Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So in this tutorial we're going to look into anchors. Now this is very useful topic, and the idea is like, let's say that's your web page, and the web page can be pretty long. So let's say that's your paragraph, and in this paragraph you have some text, and what you want is if someone clicks here, that takes it to another location, maybe on the same web page, right? So in order to do that, what you need to do is um, mark that location with an ID, like pick any ID, right? And then once you referencing and once you're calling this, you would essentially call it with the reference ID, and then it would take you to that specific location. It could it can also be done if you if let's say that's the text, if you want to click this, and like that takes you from web page 1 to web page 2, and also if you want to come back you can do the same. So it can be used to do inside the page, as well as it can go take you from page 1 to page 2 and things like that. So let's look into that. Now, in order to show this example, since our web page isn't very long, so I can't click here and then drag somewhere else. So what I will do is just copy this text and maybe put some paragraphs so I can then scroll down. Yep, I can. And I might put like a tag, let's say h2 tag. And now inside the h2 tag, I'll define an attribute. Now, the thing with attribute is if there is any attribute that would come in the opening tag, not in the closing tag. That's how attribute works in HTML. So I can name the ID anything I want, but just for just to make the concept clear, I'm naming it like this, right? And now what what I want is somewhere here an option of um, an option for me to click, and then the web page should automatically scroll down to this. So the way to do that would be, let's say here I add a div, and then inside the div I open the anchor tag, and then href is the reference to that location, and now I'll copy the ID. The only difference is that you need to append that with the or prefix that with the pound sign. That's that, and go to the heading. Now let's see if that has worked or no. There you go. So as you can see, the web page is barely very long, but if I do this and if I now click go to the heading, you can see I can, as I've put the reference here, and now I'm going to there. And I think it's pretty obvious that it's working, which is good. Now, next example, I'll showcase how we can navigate from one web page to another web page. Now let's create another web page so we can reference these pages. And generally, the way I'd like to do is all my HTML pages besides index page, I'll put them in the, let's say, other web pages folder. That way I know, like, just for organization. So maybe the page name would be about HTML, right? And similar structure, you doc type, right? And then your head, and then I'll include the body, right? And in the body, I'll maybe add an h1 tag saying about us, right? And then in here, that's it. Now that we have created another web page, what I would like to do is from the index page having an option to go to about, and what I'll do is maybe I'll copy this code, right? And just at the beginning, so just making it easy for us, um, I'll say go to about us page, and then since the about HTML page is in folder, and so I'll use other pages about HTML, and this shall work. Let's see. So if I come here, go to about us page, and yep, that that takes us to about us page. Now we would also like to have a some option for us to go back, and the way we can do that is to come here, and now we can essentially um, um, add a tag, anchor tag, so we can go back to the index page. So let's do that. We'll refer about. Now one thing, um, this won't work, and I'll explain why. I'm not fixing it, and I'll explain why it didn't work, but I'll just show that. So if I now open my browser, if I click go to index, now it's not working. The reason for that is once I'm on this page, my current location is inside uh, other web pages. I need to go out of this parent folder so then I can access this. Oh, sorry, I have to put this index. but even now it should not work. And let me tell you why. If I see, it's mentioning you cannot go to this page because that page doesn't exist. So if I, and the reason is because we need to do, we need to go above the parent folder, and now we shall be able to see that. So that's our index page. And so that's pretty much we can do with anchors, and they're very useful.